A long, long time ago, in the distant east, there lived a wise man named Zhuangzi. He was not a lofty saint, dressed in golden robes or sitting on a mountaintop. No, he was an ordinary man with extraordinary insight. He loved to spend his days sitting by a quiet pond, watching clouds drift lazily across the sky, listening to the wind rustle through the bamboo, and feeling the soft warmth of sunlight on his face. Every morning, he would quietly settle on a stone bench near the water's edge. He would close his eyes, take a deep breath, and let the gentle breeze and the subtle ripples of the pond calm his mind. Sometimes, he would smile faintly to himself, as though the world outside did not matter. And all that existed was the serenity of this small, simple place. One morning, as the sun rose behind the distant hills, Zhuangzi sat as usual, letting the soft light filter through the leaves and dance upon the water. The pond shimmered, the shadows of the bamboo swayed gently, and birds sang somewhere high in the trees. He felt a strange lightness in his body, as if the bonds of the world, the worries, the expectations, the fleeting concerns, were melting away. He took a deep breath, and in that moment, the ordinary world began to blur, and he slowly drifted into a dream. In this dream, he discovered something incredible. He had become a butterfly. His wings were delicate yet strong, colored with the softest shades of gold and blue, catching the sunlight as he fluttered. He rose above the pond and danced among the flowers, feeling the wind brush past his wings, smelling the sweet fragrance of the blossoms, and experiencing a joy so profound that words could not capture it. Every beat of his wings filled him with freedom, a freedom he had never known as a man. He flew over sparkling streams that mirrored the sky, glided through bamboo groves where light and shadow played in 1,000 patterns, and even soared above misty mountains where the clouds seemed soft enough to touch. He laughed, or perhaps, as a butterfly, it was a feeling of laughter, of pure delight, but it filled his entire being. In those moments, he forgot that he had ever been Zhuangzi. There was only this infinite, blissful freedom. At times, he would pause, landing lightly on a flower petal. From there, he would gaze out at the world below. The mountains, the rivers, the trees, the flowers, all seemed alive, and yet all seemed perfectly still. His heart was at peace, filled with a quiet delight, a profound understanding without words. Every worry, every doubt, every fleeting human concern had vanished like morning mist under the sun. And yet, as all dreams do, it began to fade. Slowly, gently, he felt himself being drawn back. He opened his eyes and found himself once again sitting by the pond. The morning light was real now. The breeze rustled the bamboo, and the soft shimmer of water reflected his own face. He frowned slightly, a hint of confusion crossing his features. He looked at his reflection and wondered, was I Zhuangzi dreaming I had become a butterfly? Or a butterfly dreaming I had become Zhuangzi? For a long moment, he simply stared at the water, feeling the rhythm of the pond, listening to the wind, and watching the leaves tremble in the sunlight. The world seemed just as it had before, yet he knew that something profound had changed inside him. Slowly, he let a small, serene smile spread across his face. He closed his eyes again, letting the warmth of the sun and the gentle breeze fill his heart. He realized then, in a quiet and undeniable way, that true freedom was not about who he was, or where he was, or any external condition. Freedom was a state of the heart. Whether he was a man or a butterfly, whether he was awake or dreaming, it did not matter. What mattered was the peace, the joy, and the boundless freedom he could carry within himself. From that day on, Zhuangzi lived differently. Even when sitting by the pond, watching clouds drift, or walking slowly along forest paths, he carried that freedom in his heart. He understood that the world might be fleeting, uncertain, and full of illusions, but his heart could be as vast and unbound as the sky itself. And so, in every fluttering leaf, in every gentle breeze, in every ray of sunlight on the water, he found the essence of life. A freedom that no dream, no fear, and no boundary could ever take away. The world, he realized, may be like a dream. But if your heart is free, the entire universe becomes your playground.